Welcome to the Umami Podcast. Umami episode 5.
Yeah, episode 5.
Yay, celebrate.
Yes.
And today we have Cathy and Fafi with us. Rufaro.
Which one do you prefer?
I prefer Fafi, but yes, they must know. Rufaro.
Yeah, set the record. Yeah. And what have you both brought for us today?
Okay, so my dear sister will tell us what we have today.
Okay, so today we have some Sadza, Sadza remapfunde, sorghum pop, yes, and we've also got some mazondo or Oxford
Trotters.
trotters,
Yeah.
yes, and we bought this. This is called tsunga. I don't know the name
In English, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Either. Yeah.
This is called Tsanga. Yeah, so in a Zimbabwean household or home, before you start eating, it's a sign of respect to whoever made the food. You have to if you're a lady, you cup your hands like this and go I'm sorry, but as a man you go like this and then I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm sorry.
and that is to thank the people.
No, that's to it's just a sign of
A sign of
respect.
respect.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
So I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
So is it a thing? Is it like culturally a thing back home to eat from one plate, or is it usually separate?
So like you say, in the rural areas, this only happened to us when we visited the village.
Mm-hmm.
So because it will be let's say in December holidays, and we've got the cousins from the cousins. So you don't stay together. So this is a sign of this helps you bond. It does got they believe that you bond more when you eat together.
Oh, nice.
Like that. Yeah.
Wow.
So this is something that doesn't happen in the if you go in the urban thingy, but only when you go to because that's where most cultures are practiced there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you get there this that's where you see with the cousins you'll be like this because you grew up eating together so it's got something to do with it helps with the bond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you both do this growing up? No.
I actually learned how to do this from you, Cathy, actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
I never
Okay.
growing up it wasn't that big. Maybe because also I wasn't
Whenever used to visit mom.
a lot of cousins or family like that. It wasn't like that. Yeah.
And also I've seen with my sister, she and husband, they will never eat separately.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, they
Oh,
always
that's nice.
eat together. So that's
So cool.
it's a sign of it's that's how they bond. My sister, both my sisters, it's very important. In my culture,
Yeah.
that you eat like this,
That's
with
so
your
cool.
husband.
That's so
Or
cool.
yeah.
And you said it's not the same back home.
No.
So-
No, people do practice
Differently.
so maybe her family is more of
Modern.
more modern
Yeah.
than
Mhm.
mine is.
Oh, okay.
So, okay, you ate differently,
Oh my
but these foods are the same for you, Fafi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially Tsanga. This, by the way, my mom's the one who told me how to make this. So it's very simple. Just chop up some onions, tomatoes, and then finely chop the tsanga, put them together in a pot, and it's done. Literally, a little bit of salt and roiko. So this is how we mix. It's basically a thickener, right? And in every single meal that we make at home, or at least at my home, always, even though it says chicken flavor roiko sawi mix, it'll go into anything beef.
There is a big one.
Yes, fine. I don't like the beef one.
Yeah.
Oh.
I like the beef. So this goes into everything and it just brings out more of a nice flavor to the food. So
Okay.
every meal will have this. I even put a little bit in the tsunga as well.
So is it not in one of these? Or?
It's in everything.
Oh,
it's in
Not the
everything.
Sadza, not
Oh,
the
you just
Sadza.
wanted to show.
Yeah, I just wanted to
Tsunga
show.
No, yeah. Just
Oh,
not
wow.
it.
Very cool. Yeah. Yeah.
Before umami, I didn't know about like all the variations in like pap and sadza and stuff.
Yeah.
So I was actually telling an Uber driver. I've had a few umami discussions with
Uber drivers.
recently. And they're subscribed, they're now following the podcast.
Oh, that's so nice.
And they're gonna watch this episode. But
Ooh.
he was saying South Africans don't make it the way Zimbabweans do. And
That's
he said
true.
if Zimbabweans eat South African pap, they're gonna vomit.
Okay, vomit
Which
is
I thought was
crazy.
dramatic. But he said it was a salt thing.
No, man. No,
was a what?
He said it was
that's
about
an
salt.
insult. Oh, yeah, it's because we don't add any flavor to the pap. We want like any what is that? What is that? Not flavor.
Seasoning,
Yes.
yeah.
So we get that from the relish.
Mm.
Because normally, like in a Zimbabwean home, when you make pap, you like maybe you eat it with like whatever, like meat or like
Yeah.
veggies. So we get that from the
The
relish. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the only reason why we don't like add salt in them.
Yeah.
So he was being dramatic.
You said no, but I've heard a lot of Zimbabweans that would like not buy KFC pap.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Because
the
it does make them,
consistency.
yes, and also it does make them, like it does make them that.
I have a question about the sorghum.
Mm.
In the way that you prepare it in life, like in your lived experience, besides being home and stuff, do you use sorghum in general?
Mm.
And if so, yeah, that in comparison to like the maize, the white beans.
How to answer that? No, I would say no.
You don't
Yeah,
use sorghum.
it just depends per like household, like what people prefer, and also like health wise, I guess.
Okay.
So sorghum is healthier.
Yeah, it is healthier, high in fiber, very high in fiber.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Good for number 2.
We have an exciting day.
And they
ahead.
also like help with people like with diabetes. It doesn't have a lot of sugar in it.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Okay.
yeah.
So
So people would
traditionally
like
at home you would make it.
yes.
with
Like
sorghum.
I grew up eating sorghum or millet pap because I lived with my aunt and she had diabetes.
Yeah.
So like she wouldn't eat like maize
Oh,
pap because there's lots of sugar in it and
Yeah.
it's very like
Yo.
it doesn't have a lot of fiber. Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we have that narrative, like, you know, I grew up eating the maize one, the one that's processed. But it feels like it's the maize is an identity we've taken on, you know, the Nguni tribes, whatever, like, but we know of earlier groups of people who definitely would have used sorghum. Like sorghum is meant to be the thing, but then we've all kind of moved towards the maize, the processed maize, and we've accepted it as part of the white one. But it feels like there are people who are moving back to exploring sorghum and stuff.
Yeah. Me and
Its
Fluffy.
nutrient properties and stuff.
Me and
Yeah.
Fluffy don't eat white pap anymore.
Yeah. We don't do
Really?
that anymore.
Yes.
It's just, yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually really nice.
Did either of you eat sorghum? Like, was that part of your? No.
No, dear.
Yeah. For me, when
But for
Oh,
pap, not necessarily for pap.
but for the.
for
Okay.
the drink. So the drink and
Yeah.
for the porridge, when you make
porridge,
when you make the porridge, then yeah.
I was gonna say we would call it soft porridge.
Mm-hmm.
We would use sorghum for that.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I would eat soft porridge sorghum.
Like, would that be for
Yeah.
what breakfast and?
Yeah, for breakfast. So it's the softer form, the one that's made it like more liquidy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you add sugar, butter. Other people add like vinegar, milk, all kinds
All
of
kinds of
combinations. All kinds of combos. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's cool.
It's like, are you used to sorghum? Growing up.
I was very experimental. Like, so I would land on an ingredient in my house and get obsessed for a while.
Yeah.
And for some reason, sorghum came up. I think just because I saw this like grain and it was meant to be so good, but I was having the whole grain, like the little kernels, and just experimenting. I didn't know it could also be a sadza, you know. It was quite, for me, very like, it's like a more intense bulgur, like just, like the kernels are quite chewy, yeah. Do you ever eat it in kernel form?
No. It's just in this one.
Sarah, would any of this be like familiar to you? Did you?
Definitely Sadza. Not the cow heel. But we would always have Sadza basically when my parents had something else they had to go to. I think my grand would make the Sadza. We loved it, and that was the only time we could have it because my parents eat it.
Really? Wow.
Or the lady who worked for us, she lived right by our house, and she would often tell us to come for dinner, just the kids. So
Nice.
That's nice.
That's so cool.
And also, like, the other reason why we chose Oaks Tribe. Sorry, Oaks Trotters. I remember like when I go when I visit home, because this is not like something you make easily. It does take very long to cook.
Yeah.
So you don't have it more often as much as you love it, but you think of all the like what you're gonna go through. So like when I go to a Zimbabwean restaurant back home, like the Kwateri and the other places. So this is like I would just go for mazondo because and dads love that. Apparently it is known to be like you're gonna say
Say it with your body.
it's known to be very good.
For
It enhances like the manhood. I heard that.
Aphrodisiac.
Yeah, so that's why men, like lots of the men who they're like crazy over this. Like, no, my back is very sore, like it's not performing as usual. I need to just eat mazondo.
Wow.
Yeah.
What an excuse. So before we started eating, we had to wash our hands. Can you say more about it? I mean, obviously, like hygienically, you want to wash your hands before eating, but it seems to be like a process and an intention behind washing the hands. Can you say more about it?
So usually, actually, the youngest person in the family will go and wash people's hands, starting from the most respected person to the least respected. Do you wash your dad's hands first, regardless of who's there? Yeah, so it'll be
Only
dad
if
first.
Maybe my uncle, my dad's older.
Exactly.
Or my
mom's brother.
Can I say something
It's
controversial?
only when my mom. Yeah.
Why are you watching? Even if it's your dad's older brother, it's your dad's home, man. Technically,
You want them to go to the kitchen and
no. But like, wouldn't you wash your dad's hands first, regardless, as long as it is in his house?
Nah, eldest. If it's
Older
his
brother.
older brother, it's him first, then my dad, and then if it's my mom's brother, it's him first, my uncle first, and then my dad, and then my mom. Yeah. Okay, let's go. You have questions.
So what if it is your mom's elder brother, but he's younger than your dad?
Excuse me, say that again. What if it's
Your mom's elder brother is younger than your dad.
Still.
You still watch.
Yeah,
you still watch
it's like
him.
the Tejara, like he's the in-law, so
Yeah,
they are,
in-law
mostly
first, yeah.
respected.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually.
know that.
Yeah, you're right about that. But now my question becomes, my uncle's son, do we wash? Because they're both Sekuru. So my mom's brother is my uncle, which is Sekuru in Shona. And then my uncle's son is also Sekuru,
So it's still your uncle.
which is weird. So like in that case,
Zimbabwean's culture is weird.
so in that sense, do I wash uncle's hands
He's
first
always
and
respected.
the son?
Who is your
And then,
cousin?
yes, it's my cousin, but like in Shona Sekuru. So it'll be them, and then my
Yeah, so
dad.
your dad
So
will get
in-laws
that.
first, regardless
In-laws
of age,
Wow.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah, what's the logic? Is it age?
Respect, rather. Yeah.
So older
So-
people are like
Respected. More respected,
They
yeah.
have to be respected.
Yeah. But then with them,
But
yeah.
then it's first male and then age.
Yes.
Yes. Men
Yes,
first,
it
yeah.
is.
Of course, men are respected
A lot in our culture, yeah.
So, Fafi and Cathy and Sarah, in your households, do you see yourself following the same rhythms? Having moved from home, you've established your life as an individual in a city or a place that's not necessarily as connected to your ways of growing up. Are you happy to adopt the same norms and rhythms, or have you evolved, and if so, what does that mean?
Do you want to answer that first?
No, because
As for me, I just think it all depends.
yeah.
Like I'm a working lady. Like I'm coming back from work. I'm tired, so like I'm also providing in the household financially or like whatever. So I don't think I'll be able to do like all those like culture, I don't think I'll be able to do that. Like it will be a little bit tricky. I'll try. I'll respect my husband, but yeah, I will not be like doing other cultural like yes things. Because I'll say that because like I go to my sister. My sister does not go to work. My brother-in-law works. He provides everything. She's at home the whole day. She like takes care of the house and stuff. So like she can like treat her husband as the king of the house because like she's just there at home. And then also the same with my mom. Like she could do all those things because she was just like the wife at home. And yeah. So that was expected of her because she was just at home and not like working and so her job was just bear us, take care of us and the household and take care of the husband, and then the husband will be going to work and coming back home to his family. So like for me, like unless maybe I'm not a working mom, I'm at home all the time. So I would like, of course, I can't expect my husband to come back from work and like help me with the chores. Like what was I doing the whole day at home?
So are you saying that it's dependent on whether or not you are bringing income into the household? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe not specifically income, but how much, I guess, time and
if I have
physically
time
effort you can put into following your cultural traditions, in contrast to what your life is or what your lifestyle is like. I guess that's what she's saying.
Okay.
So a busier lifestyle would, I guess, go against the practicalities of the cultural expectations. I guess, And what was it like for you? Because I know your mom works still, and your dad also works. So
yeah, I was actually.
But your mom also performed.
So it's an interesting contrast because for my parents, my dad worked abroad for most of my life actually. So that being said, mom kind of did both because she was also like earning and stuff, and she would also take care of us and like do the house chores and all of that. But it's now interesting because my dad is now based properly in Zim. So it's interesting seeing how they're getting back into the rhythm of, okay, like, are they going to conform into the roles, like those traditional roles that Cathy was talking about? It's interesting to see because sometimes my mom still kind of like, runs the house. And then now she's like, no, but like, he's there. My husband is there. He needs to like take charge of the house. So it's interesting. It's interesting. So it's also it just depends on the circumstance. Like,
I think we should tie this up by saying eventually Umam is gonna have to be a food tour.
Yeah.
Through the continent.
He has to
sign up now. But thank you both. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It was nice. Yeah, this was really nice.
We should leave without saying Jamaica.
So it's like it's a saying, right? It's a saying.
Basically means like food can make people
It's
like
together.
Yeah, it's
bring people
strengthens
together.
relationships.
Yes, yes.
Oh wow.
Yes, sorry, bring people together.
That's
and
amazing. Can you say it again?
Yeah.